Recently, Joe Milton was traded to the Dallas Cowboys, and maybe Derek Prescott has a little QB competition on his hands. Let's talk football. Alrighty, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the All Round Sports Podcast, where sports are everything on this channel. I'm your host, Antonio. Today, we are talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Recently, they traded for quarterback, sixth round pick from New England, Joe Milton III, as a backup behind Dak Prescott. But Joe Milton might want to take over the starting job sooner or later because Dak Prescott has had some playoff success, but not recently. He's only had 2 wins in his postseason career in 9 years. But the question is, could Joe Milton take over the starting job for the Cowboys in the future? So I'm going to talk about this here in just a second. Before we get started, though, if you guys do enjoy this video, please sure to do me a big favor and smash the like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. For now, let's talk about Joe Milton. Joe Milton. I actually really like this. I know that they were probably searching for a backup quarterback because Cooper Rush went to the Baltimore Ravens. He was right there as a good backup quarterback for them. But I will say this about Joe Milton. I do believe he has some potential in him. I do believe he does. Because we saw the game against Buffalo's backups and in that game that they had won. I'm looking at that and I'm saying, hey, maybe this guy can build in the right offensive scheme. And we know Brian Schottenheimer is a type of offensive coordinator and also offensive coach. Of course, he has some play calling issues that came in like different areas like Seattle, like Dallas, like loads of different areas. But I will say this: Joe Milton could take over Dak Prescott in the future. I'm telling you right now. Joe Milton, I really like this man. This is a man I was thinking Seattle could try to trade for, but I wasn't certain. I was hoping that Seattle would try to trade for Joe Milton, but now he's going to Dallas. I do like Joe Milton because he's got two things you want from a quarterback: mobility and a good arm. You look at the weapons on the Cowboys side of things, you got CeeDee Lamb, you got Jake Ferguson, and if you go out there and get a wide receiver in the draft, maybe you go after Tyrell McMillan. Who knows? Depends on what receiver is going to be available at that time. I do believe they'll try to aim for a receiver, whether it's a tight end or a receiver. I do believe they're going to aim for one of the two. But I will say this: if Dak Prescott does get hurt, I'm not expecting that to happen because no one expects any sort of injury. Joe Milton is a reliable. I believe he is because Joe Milton, I really like this man. He is outstanding. I really liked him during his time up in Tennessee. He was outstanding. He was the backup behind Hendon Hooker for some time. And I do believe that Joe Milton, if he does get the opportunity to play as a starter on the Dallas Cowboys, whether Dak Prescott's injured or he needs time to rest, I would not be surprised if Joe Milton took over in the next 3 to 4 years. I would not be surprised about that at all. Doesn't mean the Cowboys are going to win anything because they haven't been to a Super Bowl or an NFC Championship game long before I was even born. But I believe Joe Milton could be a sneaky piece for the Cowboys, and who knows, maybe a future starter in the future. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think Joe Milton could take over the starting job of the Cowboys in the future? Let me know in the comments what you guys think down below. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to do me a big favor and smash the like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. But for now, until next time, I'll see you all in the next one. Ciao for now.